Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. This is February's month in review. As you can see, we are sitting at just a little bit over 18,000 on the month. Our average daily gain is about 1,000 a day. And yeah, let's get into this recap of the month. Calendar view. Here we are. Start off the month with a $280 red day. I remember being down about 400 after fees and commissions, um, or SEC fees. And so that we started the day red, or started the month red. And from there, we had a nice little green streak, right here from the 2nd to the 7th. And I remember being frustrated at the fact that none of these days were over $1,000. Um, I don't know why. I just got frustrated because I was just coming off a really hot streak in January. In January, I ended January with this hot streak right here of multiple $1,000 days, $2,000 days. Um, and then to have that one red day on the first and then no longer be making 1,000 a day, it just kind of was a little frustrating. I definitely remember it affecting me during that week. I don't know why. I'm just still good money. Um, and then we were able to control this red day right here. Kept it at 100, 840, about 200 after fees. We had a nice green day right there. We started feeling more confident again. Here we have a red day, $25. But yeah, this is a red day where um, we were up 400 and then we traded past max loss and made it back really quickly. It was one of those days where I had like two really big losses right here and here, and then we followed it up with a big win to get us back out of the hole. And Blonda's on a sub-dollar stock. I took 20,000 shares on it. Um, yeah, so this red day, I did lose a little bit of control. So there was a bit of emotional training on that day. Even though it's a small red day, finish, it was a bigger red day at one point. As well as a lot of these, so the thing I did, I wrote some stuff down for comparison between January and February, as well as some goals for March. So January stats, we had 53% accuracy and a 1.41 profit loss ratio. Very good. Having a positive profit loss ratio and a positive accuracy leads to a really nice profit factor of 1.61. Um, and those are all great stats for January. But February, I sized up again. Um, and for some reason, my accuracy is 6% lower. I've never seen this kind of jump in accuracy, being 6% lower. And I've never actually had a negative accuracy. I've always kept above 50%, but this month I dipped to a 57 or 47% accuracy. And I'm gonna go do a deeper dive later on, but I need to figure out what's going on with my accuracy because it might just be that I'm taking a lot of scratch trades. If I go to detailed, and then we go to uh, February, you can see that it's not that many scratch trades, but there are a lot of losers, more than there are winners, and it might just have to be with a bunch of small losses and small winners. Because I am noticing that I'm taking a lot more um, paper cuts this month. I feel like I'm taking a lot more paper cuts this month. Um, Higher profit loss ratio though this month, 1.44, so not much higher. And the fact that this accuracy is so much lower than the increase in the profit loss ratio, I have a lower overall profit factor sitting at just 1.29 on the month. Oops. Right here, you can see 1.29 profit factor. And that profit factor is very important for knowing if your strategy is profitable. So the closer this profit factor gets to 1 or below 1, then you become unprofitable. And the further away it gets from one, the more profitable your edge is. And so basically, last month I had a 1.61 profit factor, which is great. Getting closer and closer to 2 is exactly what you want for a profit factor. But getting closer to 1, you don't want that. So next month my goal is a profit factor of 1.4. Um, and the reason for that is I think I can. It's attainable, and I think the reason my profit factor is so low this month mostly it has to do with my accuracy, but I also think it has to do with the fact that I had a lot of days where I would whip around, and I had multiple red days. Like this red day, it's a $1 red day, but I had profit on the day and gave it back. And then if I go to my other red days, this one's 1.3. This one I had profit at the beginning, took a big loss, and then slowly gave it back over time. This red day here had a profit over $1,000 in profit, but ended the day down 300. So I actually started with a red streak going down 500. Then I made 1,000. So a lot of these red days are very whippy. I do not like that. This red day here, uh, down 200, up 300, down 200. This is actually a good red day. Never hit my daily goal. Never hit my daily loss. This is a good green or good red day. That's a perfect example of a good red day, where you're just kind of like chopping around. It doesn't really feel like you're having any edge, but you're not like tanking as well. So my profit factor, I did have a lot of big losses this month. If I go to this green day here, $3,000 green day. No, not this one. It's the next one, I think. Oh, there was one day in here where I started off super red. I think it might be this one. Yes, here. February 6th, I had a day where I went down 2,500 and we were able to recover it back to green 1,000. This is on CDIO, I believe. CDIO. I even have a case study on this on my channel. I did a little review of CDIO that day, and this is all off stream. Um, the CDIO recovery. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of it, but yeah. So this is emotional trading right here, being down way past max loss, and you see these big spikes. There's a big spike there, $1,000 winner right there, and cutting the loss in half, but then going back to red. And then it's just a lot of these days, um, this month were very whippy. And so I have a goal for March. I would like to avoid the whippy days. I want to have steadier P&L curves during the day. So intraday, I want to have steadier curves. I want my P&L charts to look like this during the day. Maybe a flush down there, back off. Caught a nice breakout there. A little flush after the breakout, and then taper off. If that was my P&L curve in a day, I'd be happy. But I'm getting a lot of these. I'm getting a lot of down on the day, up, then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. A lot of these curves, and it's not going well for me in terms of keeping a steadier P&L curve. These last 2 days, today, today we had a steady P&L curve just straight up, and then a little bit of chop at the top. Yesterday, Yesterday was a steady P&L curve. Gave a little bit too much back off the top. Gave a 600, 700 off the top. So not that good, but definitely a steadier P&L curve in terms of just going higher and higher. Um, Friday, Friday we had another day where it was just um, down a lot, then back to break even, good recovery, and then a nice green day there. This is also past max loss, and I studied this over the weekend. This weekend, and saw that a lot of the times I'm taking these bigger red trades, it's because I'm sized up too much on the stock before I'm green on it. So realistically, I shouldn't be sized up max size until I'm green on the stock, even if it's a good setup. If I'm not trading the stock well, then sometimes the good setups aren't going to work for me. So if I don't have a good rhythm and flow with the ticker, then that's also a recipe for disaster. Thursday this week or last week, this was a good green day as well, just straight up. So I want more days like that. I want more days like this where it's just straight up. I know it's hard to ask for. I mean, the markets are very unpredictable, but I can be predictable. So my actions can be predictable. Even though the market can be unpredictable, I can choose to do things that will better my P&L curve, that will better me as a trader. And so I think having a lot of whippy trades, I'm going to try and avoid getting whipped out on those days, avoid taking those emotional past max loss trades. Um, and I do want to get on bigger green stretches. So this month we had a lot of red, green, red, green. Look at this. We had a 4-day green streak right here from the 2nd to the 7th. And then from the 8th all the way to the 23rd for 2.5 weeks, we were just going red day, green day, red day, green day, red day, green day, red day, green day, red day, green day. And then finally we ended the month with a green streak of 4 days. So next month, I want to limit myself to having bigger green stretches, and I want to only have 4 red days max. So that we were able to do 4 red days in January, but I want to have 4 red days max in March as well. And March is a longer month. March is 23 days. March is 23 trading days compared to February, which was only 20. I think it was 20. No, 19. February is 19 trading days. So 4 more trading days in March, and I would like to have 2 less red days. Okay. Another thing I wanted to go over was, yes, slowly getting better at stocks above $2. So I'm going to continue to size up as March comes, April, we're going to continue sizing up. But, however, stocks under $1, I'm pretty much hit max size on. Stocks under $1, I've taken 50,000 shares up to 75,000 shares sometimes. And that's pretty much the max size I can do for these scalp trades. If I want to increase size on the sub-dollar stocks, I have to adapt a more 5-minute style trading on those sub-dollar stocks. I don't think I'm ready to do that just yet. So for now, I'm going to keep max size on the sub-dollar stocks around here, and I want to continue to increase size on stocks above $2. So on stocks above $2, above $1, I want to continue to increase size and get better at those, because if you look at my detailed view here and you go to my instrument or price and volume, like 90% of my profit is on stocks under $2. And I am making some money on these stocks from $2 to $10, but I'd like it to be more, a more percentage of my profit. I mean, you can see I'm still taking 500 trades in this price range, but not really making that much money compared to the 700 trades I took under $2 stocks. So this $2 to $4 range is really where I'm churning shares, kind of. I'm having a lot of break-even trades, a lot of red trades, green trades, and barely profiting on it. So I really want to get better at this $2 to $5 range, because we do get a lot of stocks in that range, and I am kind of only going break-even a little bit on it. So that's something to work on as well for next month. Another thing is, let's see here. Our, yeah, yeah. Let's do a compare here. A compare last month versus this month. So last month we made 10,000 with an average of 600 a day. This month we made 18,000 with an average of 1,000 a day. We did double our size this month, so making 1,000 a day versus 600, that's that's still pretty good. I mean, when you double your size, you don't exactly expect to double your profit, just because there is slippage involved when you do increase your size. Um, so you will be getting more slippage as your bigger orders get filled, which also could be reasoning behind my profit factor going down. I might just be getting more slippage on my larger orders. We'll see how that plays a part as we continue to size up. Average daily volume 350,000, 1.7 or 1.07 million. Reason why this average daily volume is so high is because last month on sub-dollar stocks I capped out at 20,000 shares, but this month I capped out at like 50 to 70,000 shares, and we traded a lot of sub-dollar stocks. We traded a lot of sub-dollar stocks. So our average daily volume is a little bit higher, like way higher. And we do have that increase in size on those sub-dollar stocks. Funny thing, average per share gain and loss is $0. Basically, because I'm trading so many sub-dollar stocks, I'm tending to profit on like half a penny or a whole penny, and so it's not really showing that I make money per share. But my average trade gain $8 in January versus $12 in February. I'd like that to be a little bit higher just because we did double our size. So I'd like this to be more towards like 13, 14. Um, but 12 is fine and it's still good for sizing up. Number of trades, we took a little bit more trades this month than last month. That's just because last month, the first week of January, we cut short because we were on vacation. So that's expected to have that many more trades. Let's see. Average winning trade versus average losing trade. Our average winning trade basically increased by 3. Our average losing trade increased by about 2.5. So good. P&L standard deviation. This basically is like the variance in your trading. I don't really exactly understand it too much, but it basically doubled, a little bit more than doubled, which I guess is to be expected since we did double our size. Average hold time 42 seconds in January, 40 seconds in 40 seconds in February. Average hold time for losers 33 seconds, 29 seconds. So we're cutting trades that are losers a little bit faster this month than last month. Scratch trades 15 seconds, scratch trades 7 seconds. So this month it seems like I'm scalping a lot more. I'm taking a lot more faster trades where it's if it's a loss or if it's a scratch trade, I'm getting out pretty much instantly. Profit factor, that's the big one. I want to see my profit factor go up in March, up to like 1.4 minimum. And largest gain, largest loss, those aren't really too important. And these are on days where I'm kind of like, I'm pretty sure this largest loss was probably on a day where I went down 2,000 or something like that. And yeah, so I don't really pay attention too much to these. As long as they're about the same, I don't really care, because that's not really what matters. Um, yeah, so overall we've had a great month. If I go to detailed one more time. Win-loss expectation. Just a steady. It's been a pretty steady curve, even though some of the days have been a little bit wild. The curve has been pretty steady, and each of these drawdowns we were able to make it back in one day. So very nice curve, pretty straight line up. 18,000 on the month. And probably our goal for next month. I'm not gonna put a dollar goal. I think I want to put an average daily gain goal. So average daily gain this month was 1,000, up from last month's 600. Last month we had 600, so this month we had 1,000. Um, I think a good daily goal for next month, considering we're gonna size up halfway through the month, probably like 1,500 a day. I think 1,500 a day is doable on the new size. Um, so yeah, we'll try and do 1,500 a day average on the new size next month. We'll see how that goes. If I fall short and only hit like 1,400, 1,300, that's cool. I don't really want to only hit 1,200. I feel like that would be disappointing to myself. Um, just because I am gonna size up again, and I recently sized up this week or last week. So, um, majority of the month has been on the previous size for February. If I go to calendar, I was on my previous size for the first 3 weeks of February, and I've been on this new size since the 22nd, and so far it's been going good. So we're going to be on this new size. That's 1 week. Then in March, we'll be on the new size here and here. And then we'll size up probably the 13th of March. So we'll have 3 weeks of the bigger size in March and 2 weeks of this current size. So I think 1,500 is a good daily goal. Or 1,500 is a good, not daily goal, but average daily gain for March. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Anyway, those are the goals for March, takeaways from February, and January stats. All right. And I'm gonna kind of treat this as January's month in review. I know I forgot to upload one, but it's a little bit late for that. If you guys want, leave a comment down below and see if you want me to go more in depth in January's stats. It's been a kind of a long time though, but let me know. For now, I'll just use this as January's month in review as well. But if you guys want a separate one, go ahead and let me know. All right, so take care. Have a great rest of your guys' day, and hopefully you had a good solid month of February, and let's keep our hopes up for March. All right. Take care, guys. Have a great day.